Good morning, Woodsville High School. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good Friday morning, Woodsville High School. Today's Friday, May 15th. Today's a green day. Today, you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Dr. Seuss. 14 days until May 29th. 2 weeks till the end of the school year, if you get everything done. Today's weather forecast. High of 64 degrees and rainy. Seniors, we're looking for pictures, videos, anything to add to your senior slideshow, video virtual class night. Send Amber Massini or Mrs. Youngheim. The senior class will have a class meeting on next Thursday, the 21st at 10:20, and using the usual Google Meet code. If you need that, email Mr. Cummings. On this day in history, May 15th, 1886, Emily Dickinson dies in Amherst, Massachusetts, where she had lived in seclusion for the previous 24 years. Don't forget there is live college planning workshops for New Hampshire high school juniors and families. Go to woodsvillehighschool.com for more information. Also, if you're interested in taking classes as an early college student at White Mountains Community College, also see woodsvillehighschool.com for more information there. All right, so important information for the end of the year for Mr. Chase. Progress reports were mailed very recently. We are concerned about the impact that remote learning has had on some of our students' performance. Some students adapted quite nicely to remote learning and continue to perform very well. Others have had difficulty with the format or the situation or have not had the intrinsic motivation to make the attempt. Unfortunately, some of our stronger students fit into the former category. Many schools have opted to go to pass-fail in response. Pass-fail, unfortunately, would negatively impact our highest performing students in terms of grade point average. So we've had to decide to keep our standards high and make the following adjustment to help those who've had difficulties with remote learning. For the spring semester of 2020 only, and in light of the challenges remote learning has placed on students, staff, and parents alike, we will be accepting 2.0, 70% as a passing grade, instead of the usual 2.5. We believe that this will help those students who have been struggling and lessen the impact on the learning and earning of credit. It is not too late. New instruction for students will end on May 29th. Students who will have completed all of their coursework will be done with school at that time, but those students who have not completed the coursework will have until June 12th to do so. School will end for everyone on June 12th, but we will continue to work with seniors right up to graduation if necessary. If a student fails a class with 1.5 or better, instead of the usual 1.7, they will be able to recover the credit through summer school. Plans are being made for this, and it is very likely to also be done through remote instruction. Specific details will be made available to those students who are eligible once grades close. Once the school year ends, students will be able to drop off their school books and other materials in bins in front of the school or in the foyer. Mr. Strau is developing a schedule to allow this to happen without overcrowding. That schedule and specific instructions will be available soon. Mr. Strau and Mr. Nichols have been going through lockers, partially to be sure that none of them contain rotting food, and bagging up personal items for seniors. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will have the same lockers next year, so they did not need to be emptied. If you do need something from your locker, send Mr. Strau an email, and he will arrange it. Remember that if you visit the school, social distancing must be observed, including wearing a mask. Graduation is scheduled for August 8th, and it is our intention to do this in a traditional manner as possible. Class/awards night will be held on June 13th, the original date for graduation. I would like to thank our teaching staff, instructional assistants, secretaries, custodians, students, and their parents for the cooperative spirit I have observed throughout this emergency. Everyone has been very understanding of the strain that this has created and have treated each other with patience and kindness. This speaks volumes about the Woodsville High School community, and it is both a personal and professional pleasure to be able to serve with all of you. Sincerely, Mr. Eric Chase, Principal at Woodsville High School. If you have any questions, concerns, please let us know how we can help you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.